Hey guys, today I'm reacting to a YouTuber's video. They left for 2 years, and if that YouTuber is watching this, I hope they come back to YouTube soon. One of my friends on Discord said that if someone doesn't post any content for about maybe 5 years or so, their channel gets deleted. I don't want that. So now let's unpause the video I'm reacting to.
For this video, I had originally wanted to do something very fantastic with lots of really fancy editing and neat facts and other really kind of cool little things to be going on while you see all this lovely, wonderful fan art that you guys keep submitting, which makes me unbelievably happy, but I realized after a couple of times the program kept crashing on me that the glitz and the glam that I had planned was not important. Instead, I decided a real talk, unscripted video would probably be better than something that was very carefully planned out and recorded and edited and cleaned up and, polished. Because what I want to talk about is probably about as unpolished as it gets. It's how I came to be where I am. And I don't mean working for Planet Dolan. I don't mean working for Super Planet Dolan. I don't even mean being on YouTube specifically. I'm talking about the main events in my life that have motivated me to be where I am at this point in time. I know I sound a little bit choppy right now, but I only have a list of points that I kind of want to talk about. None of this is scripted, so I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants right now. So if it's a little bit weird, a little bit wonky, that's okay. That's just me. So yeah, this'll be me. You guys have been asking me a lot of questions and a lot of stuff that I can answer in the FAQ videos, which I know I'm behind on, but that's okay. But there are certain questions that I can't answer in specifics because I'm very paranoid of the internet. And I know you guys are all wonderful people, but there are certain things that I like to keep to myself. I guess the best place to start is at the beginning, or relatively speaking. I am the eldest of 4 siblings. I have a brother and 2 younger sisters. Well, I'm the oldest, so they're all younger than me, but that's besides the point. None of my siblings currently live near me, or even in the same state, really. I think about them all the time. I miss them dearly. I actually really hope that maybe one day they will hear me talking about them and drop me a line sometime. I had hoped to not start crying and making a mess of things this early, but oh well. Unfortunately, that's one of the things about me. If I start talking about myself too much or I get overly emotional, I start crying. Not because I'm really upset, but I don't know, it's a defense mechanism, I guess. When I was really young, after my brother had been born, my actual parents, they split. My dad got remarried soon after that, and that's where my 2 younger sisters came in. My dad moved us around a lot. It was fine, It's just another way of having another different kind of childhood. It's fine. But unfortunately, because we moved around so much, it was really hard to make friends with people in the new areas. Because inevitably we would either move in the middle of the school year, or we would move to this new place where all of the kids in the neighborhood would be, their cliques and their groups had already been formed. So my brother and I, we didn't really have any place that we fit in. I developed a very...
Hold on. Okay, I'm
I
back.
don't know, I guess a really good way of being able to be one of those people you can talk to. I listen very well, or at least that's what I've been told. I have a very sympathetic ear. I can help out with lots of things, but there was always a time where I would need someone to talk to, and since my role was the listener, no one really listened to me. I'm not trying to lay out my emotional baggage here. I'm not trying to dump it on someone else. I'm just explaining where I started. So originally, I was a very timid, quiet, non-confrontational kind of person. I'm still not very confrontational. I don't like conflict very much. I can deal with it now better than I did, but I still don't like it. I am much more adept at compromise. Eventually, when I finally got to college, I discovered that I didn't have to be the quiet, timid, non-confrontational person anymore. That people would listen to me if I spoke up. That didn't make it easy to speak up, but I could. So when I finally had some downtime, and I was poking around through some of my old stories, not mine, but stories I'd found on the internet or read somewhere, and I realized that most of my friends in college, they had never heard of these stories. They'd never heard of these authors. And when I moved around a lot, I always tried to keep in touch with the friends I would, eventually make. But they would kind of forget me if I wasn't around long enough. So to have these wonderful stories forgotten so, I can't say so easily because they've been around for ages, but it made me sad. And I didn't want these stories to be forgotten because this age, these new generations coming up, they don't really like to read, most of them. From what I've heard and what I've seen. They like audiobooks, they like listening to YouTube and watching YouTube, they like hearing stories by word of mouth. And so I figured the best way to make sure these stories aren't forgotten and also to expose younger people to these stories that they would otherwise not have heard or read was to read them myself and put them on YouTube somewhere. I mean, I know other people have read these stories, but I don't know. There's something about doing it yourself. You can say, I did that. I know it's out there now. I have made some kind of contribution. I have made some tiny bit of difference. Even if that just means that one more video pops up when you search for a particular author's name or for a particular story. And it was from those original stories with my really, really crappy mic, my original mic, that I got out of a Karaoke Revolution game. This really crappy USB Konami mic that I was able to put those first words out there, those first stories, and get the first couple of people that were willing to listen to what I had to say, to what I had to read. To get to this point, I know this is a 50,000 subscriber video, and we're actually at 65,000 now? Probably more by the time this comes out. I am so completely dumbfounded and honored and happy and crying. I'm supposed to be good with words, and I can't put these feelings into words. I'm trying very, very hard, but you guys, all of you, those of you who are here now when this video comes out, those of you who come and find me in the future, you guys are the reason I do this, because you're willing to listen. And because you're willing to listen, to give what I have to say a chance, even though I yammer on about a lot of different things, or blubber into a microphone now, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to know that there are people out there that are willing to listen, to try and understand, to give me a chance, to give these stories a chance. I am inexpressibly grateful that so many of you are out in this world, especially with how much respect and how kindly you treat each other. I used to not have a very good opinion of humanity. I used to believe that people were only out there for themselves, that no matter what you did, it wouldn't make a difference, that no matter who you talked to, no one would listen. you guys have 100%, 150%, 300% changed my opinion. You guys are the amazing ones. I'm just here with a microphone. I just talk. I blabber. I make mistakes. I bite my own tongue. I yell at my now poor deceased snake. I yell at birds and trucks outside my window, and you guys find it funny. And I find it funny, to be honest. That's why I put him up there, because it makes me smile. And the fact that it makes you smile just makes it all the much more worth it. I am speaking to every single person who is listening to this. You are amazing. And don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. You can make a difference. You have made a difference. Just by watching this video and listening to me make a mess of myself. You have made a difference. I can only hope that you will continue to talk to each other with the same kindness and respect you've done so far. And so, when I voice the character, Shima, when I talk and I put these videos out there, when I read narrations, when I do all that, all of it is me. I don't play a character. I don't act like someone else. This is just me. I am just me. And that's okay. It is always okay to be just yourself, because there's only one of you. If we all tried to pretend to be someone else, inevitably there might be 30 of us all trying to be the same person. And that makes life boring. It really does. I went to high school. I know how these things work. So, I'm losing track of my thoughts here. So being yourself is okay. So if you're a person who likes, like me, I love math, I love science, anything that is geeky, I love it. Not because it's geeky. All that stuff tends to get kind of combined into what everyone calls geeky. And geeky is probably an outdated term by now anyway, but I don't care, I like that word, geeky. But if you like history, that's good. If you like art, that's good. If you like sports and nothing else, that's fine too. All of it's good. Just be yourself. Don't let other people dictate to you who you're supposed to be. You should find out who you are, what you love to do, and who you love to do those things with. Even if they're not in your social circle or your friends or whatever, if you find you have something in common with other people, give them a chance. Even if they don't look like they'd be someone you'd normally go up and talk to. I've strayed a little off topic here. My point is, even if I don't get more subs than I do now, even if I stay at 65,000, whatever I am at, even if I was still back at 10,000, that's okay. I don't do this to get millions of subscribers, to get all those people coming and listening and watching and laughing at the weird noises I make with my face. If it's just you guys, and it's only just you guys, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I do this because...
Whoops.
I do this because it makes people smile. And it makes me smile. And all I can ever hope for is that you keep smiling, you keep laughing, you keep having a good time, you keep being yourself. And I really hope this also inspires others to get out there and take the chance to do what they want to do what they love to do. And like I said before, you guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't even say it enough times. So yeah, a bit of a rambling, sort of covering of topics, things I wanted to talk about. I sort of deviated from what I wanted to do, but that's okay. This is me. I go off on tangents. I just talk. I'm sorry there's no glitz. I'm sorry there's no glam. I kind of suck at editing anyway. Maybe the program crashing over and over and over again was a good thing. Because if it had worked the first time, it might not be as meaningful to me, or maybe to you, if this is meaningful to you. I know this means a lot to me. And all I can say is, once we get to 100,000, or not, whichever. I really hope that I get to do another one of these. Where, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about something else. I'm not quite sure. But thank you so much, all of you, for listening, for being wonderful, for being who you are. So, I guess this is where I sign off. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.
Like I said at the start of the video, if that YouTuber, Shima Luan, is watching this, then please, they need to upload more videos so that their channel won't get deleted. It's been 2 years, as you can see there. And look at that. She joined 2008. She joined in 2008. From 2008 to 2016. That's when this channel was up. She needs to come back. Her channel cannot get deleted. Don't subscribe to those two fakes. Subscribe to the other one. The one with 28 videos. If you don't, she'll lose subscribers probably, and then her channel will get deleted. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Anyways, bye.